Do you hate driving, or maybe you're the walk to dinner type person? Well, we're going to give you Madison's top 10 most walkable neighborhoods, and we're going to do that right now. What's up, Madison, and welcome to our channel, Living in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm Joe.
And I'm Crystal.
And we're your guides to everything Madison, Wisconsin.
Yes, if you're wondering what it's like to live in Madison, Wisconsin, you're in luck. You've landed in the right place because that's all we talk about here. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell.
All right, how did we find out what were the most walkable neighborhoods in Madison? Well, it's pretty easy. We use walkscore.com. And what they do is they analyze hundreds of walking routes to nearby amenities, including schools, restaurants, coffee shops, parks, grocery, and retail. So points are awarded based on the distance to the amenities in each category, and amenities within 5 minutes of walk are have maximum points. So and if you want to search other cities or neighborhoods and how walkable they are, it's really easy to do. Just go to walkscore.com. So how are all of these graded? It's on a 0 to 100 scale. So 90 to 100 is called the walker's paradise. Daily,
that.
No errands require a car. 70 to 89 is very walkable. Most errands can be accomplished on foot. And then there's only one, I think, in the somewhat walkable, which some errands can be accomplished on foot, but most of them are drivable on those. But there's two neighborhoods that we didn't include in our top 10 because it's not really fair, because they're basically right around campus and downtown. So
obviously those will be
downtown, and there's kind of limited choices down there for homes anyway. So but downtown is obviously the most walkable with all the restaurants and food and everything that are around there and shops. That gave it a walk score of 92. State Street, which is an extension of the downtown that goes basically between the square and campus, that is also a walker's paradise. Scored in at 91. So I just want to let you know those are a couple neighborhoods that technically are in Madison, have homes, but we're excluding them from our list. So, all right, one other thing before we get to our list is I want to give you guys a website that'll really help you if you're researching. They give you a little write-up on each of these neighborhoods. That's part of what I used when I was deciding what to highlight in each of these neighborhoods, and it's just cityofmadison.com/neighborhoods. So it's pretty easy to go to, and they have a lot of different categories that they touch on. So if you're really digging deep into Madison neighborhoods, that would be where I would suggest you go. cityofmadison.com/neighborhoods. All right, so we're going to start with number 10, which this one really surprised me that it was all the way down at number 10, because if you ask most Madisonians, they would probably say this is one of the top 5 for sure, is Dungeon Monroe Street. And that got a walk score of 69, which I think the reason for that is because Monroe Street is a pretty long, spread out road. So, and Dungeon Monroe neighborhood is spread out across most of that street. So it's not like short walks to get to places, but on the whole street itself, there's a lot of shops.
It offers a lot,
Yeah, so in the Dungeon Monroe Street neighborhood, we have Edgewood School and College. That goes all the way from kindergarten all the way up through college. Food and shops, they got some really great Brasserie V we like. That's on Monroe Street.
Really good food.
Multiple centers there for shops. The zoo is really close. Henry Vilas Zoo, that's walkable from Monroe Street. Trader Joe's grocery store right on Monroe Street. Camp Randall, Camp Randall, and the campus, UW campus, is really close walk from Monroe Street. Lake Wingra Boats, which we've done before. It's a
so fun.
Nice place right on Lake Wingra where you can go rent paddle boats, paddle boards, kayaks, that kind of thing. And then the UW Arboretum is right on.
Just beautiful
site there too, that butts up right to Monroe Street. So Dungeon Monroe Street neighborhood number 10, but we probably think it should be within the top 5, but walk score,
we got to be strict about this.
Right. So there you go.
All right, number 9 is the Bay Creek neighborhood. So it's got a walkability score of 71. Franklin Elementary School, Wingra Creek and Monona Bay, Goodman Park and Pool, that's very popular. And then Lakeside and Park Street shops, which fantastic.
Yeah, Lakeside Coffee Shop's a popular one. It's a really cool old building. And Park Street, there's a lot right there on, I would say, the west side of Bay Creek neighborhood. So yeah, Bay Creek's number 9. Number 8 is Eakin Park, which is along East Washington. So if you're looking at a map, that's the far east side. It's, I would say, mid East Washington Street. North edge of it is Eakin Park. There's tons of shops there right on East Wash and retail, so that's the big reason that it scored 74 as a walk score. Bridges Golf Course is close there too, so if you're a golfer, not that you might walk to golfing, maybe.
Why not?
I guess if you're walking your clubs, you're probably on the course. You can walk to the course. And then there's some nice shops on Commercial Avenue as well as Fordham. So Eakin Park's number 8.
Number 7 is Emerson with a WAP score of 77. There's East High School, which is a pretty predominant high school in Madison. Emerson Elementary. It's in a really good proximity to the East Washington Shops and Food.
Similar to Eakin Park.
Yes. So that's probably why the walkability score is so high. And then Demetrial Park.
Right. Yeah, the walk scores are highly leveraged, which we mentioned earlier on how many parks are in there too, because that's obviously a popular place to walk to. So yeah, Emerson's number 7. All right, number 6 is Regent, which used to be called University Heights, which I didn't even know until I was researching this that they changed it. So actually University Heights is some of the most beautiful architecture, I think, in Madison. There's so many old, large homes in there. So if you're not living in there, at least go drive through it. It has a walk score of 78. West High School's in this neighborhood. Randall Elementary's in this neighborhood. Regent Street has some nice food and shops right on that. Proximity again to campus and Camp Randall is really close. I know there's on Badger football days, there's people parking in yards and everything, so it's really hopping on Badger Saturday. And then Glenway, one of the City of Madison golf courses, is in Regent neighborhood. So Regent is number 6 with a walk score of 78.
All right, the next 2 tied for 4th place.
So we don't have a 5th. It's kind of confusing, but we had to keep this.
I was
the 10
confused.
Neighborhoods.
But here's the first of the 4s.
Yes.
Tenny Lapham.
It's kind of hard to say.
It is.
We're not sure that's how you say it, but we're thinking it's
just
Lapham.
gonna, if you know anything different, just put down in the comments below. So there's Lake Mendota, beautiful. Breeze Stevens Field, East Wash Food and East Johnson Shops, some of my favorites. Festival Foods and Tenny Park are all in this area.
Right. It has a walk score of 81, which is in that very walkable category. So yeah, and then tied for 4th with Tenny Lapham is Schenck Atwood. So that has a walk score of 81 as well. It has the Jenny Street Market, which is really popular. Co-op, really lots of farm to table type organic, local food sold there. The Barrymore Theater, which is a popular venue, smaller venue for music and plays and that type of thing. Atwood Shops, Atwood itself has a bunch of shops and restaurants on it, which is really popular. Lake Monona, one of the big lakes that surrounds the isthmus, butts up to this neighborhood. Lowell Elementary, the Goodman Community Center, which we just had celebrated graduation there with someone. So there's lots of different things you can do there, lots of community events. So Schenck Atwood is for sure one of the most sought after walkable neighborhoods in Madison.
Here we go. Number 3 is Greenbush, which it has got Park Street Food and Shops. We like that. Yum. Vilas Park, Lake Wingra, Unity Point Meriter, and St. Mary's Hospitals, which we know is quite a draw for
nurses, any medical. A lot of people, if they can live in this neighborhood, it's an easy. Hopefully you don't have to go there for service, but
for work,
but it's close if you had to.
Yes. Well, we like that for having babies, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Monona Bay and Brittingham Park are also within walkability.
Yep. So Greenbush has a walk score of 83, and which is also tied with this next one, which I just realized. So
oh my gosh,
second and third are also a tie. So this is Vilas, which if you know anything about any of our other videos, Vilas is the home of Vilas Park Zoo,
which we love. A free zoo.
Yes, a free zoo, and it butts up right. It's on the other side of Monroe Street from the Monroe Street neighborhood. So Because it's closer to Regent Street and the campus, it's more walkable than Dungeon Monroe because it's kind of a triangle close into town. So it's got great food on Monroe Street. It also has Trader Joe's. Camp Randall, again, is really close on this one. Greenbush Bakery.
Okay.
Similar to the last one.
Best donuts you'll have in your life.
Best donuts.
Fresh, daily, of course.
Right. Regent Street, again, has shops and food there. And the zoo. So, all that being said, what is our most walkable neighborhood in Madison?
This is not a shocker.
No.
I think we both knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Number 1 on our list is Willie Street and Marquette.
Most people call it Willie Street neighborhood.
Yeah, we call it, Willie Street.
Right.
And there's a ton of good food.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where you go for great food.
Yeah.
There's also the Willie Street Co-op, which we love for local organic produce and food and options. Proximity to East Washington and food shops is near. There's also the Zilli, which is a newer venue for shows, and Lake Monona.
Right. Yeah, and this one has a walk score of 85, so it's definitely in that higher range. Not quite Walker's
Paradise.
Paradise, not quite there, but it's close.
Yeah.
So number 1 is Willie Street. If you ask any Madisonian,
they'll
everybody
know
knows
exactly
where the Willie Street neighborhood is.
Yes,
So.
for sure. Well, there you have it. The best neighborhoods to live in if you prefer to travel on foot. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget the notification bell.
And if you have any other questions, again, about moving to living in Madison, Wisconsin, again, my name is Joe Marks. Here is my contact info. Feel free to reach out. Love to help you. If you want to be connected to a quality, experienced real estate agent, I can do that, as well as help you with your mortgage if you are relocating to the area or live in Madison already. But in the meantime, here are a couple other videos that you can watch to learn more about Madison. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.